Ooh, it's that time again.
Is that like a soft flex or like a hard flex?
That's the hard flex. Yeah, that's right.
That watch looks familiar. You know that's not your Christmas bonus, right? You need to close a lot of sales to get that as a bonus.
If you haven't seen this watch already, go back and check out the other video. There's an I button up there.
But I know you like AP. What's your favorite brand?
Patek Philippe.
Patek Philippe.
I mean, hands down in the world, Patek Philippe is the creme de la creme of watches. You know, I know for a very long time, Seafood Danlock, I mean, you've always enjoyed watches.
Yes.
Fortunately, when I used to live and work in Japan, I had the pleasure for a very short period of time. I worked at Richemont Group, which is, you know, like Montblanc and Dunhill. For their watch collections, I'm not going to mention all the brands, but you've got, you know, Piaget, you've got Breguet, you've also got Cartier. They all fall under there. Now, there's a difference between, you know, people that came from the jewelry side that then outsource the timepieces to be made, and then there's the timepiece makers.
The best watchmaker, the most reputable brand, Patek is the most powerful brand
in the world.
Like Barnum. There's Patek, and then there's everybody else.
There's a huge gap between second place, and you even know because we went into a couple of boutiques. Vacheron Constantin is the highest brand that is in the Richemont Group.
Correct.
And you know they have timepieces there for $150,000, right? And they don't even blink an eye, and that's the stuff they show in the boutique.
Yes.
Not the stuff that's hidden in the back.
There's the back room, the VIP room,
That's
which
right.
then they showcase different pieces, right?
Yes. But today we're not talking about them. We're talking about Patek Philippe. And so, quick trivia: Patek Philippe. You know, do you know what makes them so? What keeps them on top? Why are they so famous and luxurious or prestigious?
Well, as far as I know, of course, obviously the history.
Yes.
The history of it, the craftsmanship. But part of it, I think it's the campaign that is also done from a marketing angle.
Yes.
Which is the generations campaign, right?
It is.
There's a saying that you don't actually own a Patek Philippe. It's you merely keep it for the next generation, right? So they have. If you watch that ad, it's the father and son, the bond between them, about how they have created this. Because if you think about to spend that much money on a watch, it's kind of a little bit difficult to justify.
Yes.
But if you think about from a marketing perspective, which I think is very smart, that hey, the long-term value, this is something you can pass on to your son, right, to your daughter, and the next generation, and the generation after that. Oh, suddenly, if I'm gonna own this for 100 years, you divide what you pay for whatever 100 years. That's not so bad, right?
It's timeless, and I don't say that to be to be facetious, but it's timeless. It's also one of the reasons is that from 1851, when the company was first established, they've been in business for a very long time now. They're prestigious because all the royal family, Queen Victoria and her, and Prince Albert, always wore Patek Philippe. And then the most important, I think the most famous recent history about Patek Philippe was the watch that was sold for $11 million. $11 million.
The most expensive wristwatch in the world.
That's right.
That's without like diamonds or
the Henry Grave,
gemstones, anything like that. Just the wristwatch, right?
That's
for
right.
$11 million. And there's so many of them that sold for millions and $1 million, $2 million with just the watch, right?
It's the Henry Grave Super Complication, which was after this banker in 1933.
Right.
It was named after him, and then it was sold for $11 million in 1999 to a Qatari family, royal family. So ever since then, Patek has been amazing at not only producing great quality products, but it's the marketing, and it's a statement to wear, right? When people wear a Patek Philippe, oh, this guy, you got to be someone. You got to be someone of importance.
Yes.
So
I'll let you
mind?
do the honor.
Ooh, look at that. Okay, so wow, just even the box, the way the fit, how it actually opens up.
It's a very big
like
box.
a vacuum.
Yes.
It's actually very heavy. So I can just imagine
the box
at this level, the quality.
The box is very heavy, and within before I open up even the box, you can see that's the leather bound kind of certificate. It's got a book, right? You can see this. You can show maybe a little bit of this.
Yeah, this is amazing. This is next level. The embossing,
you can see.
So the full history, the innovation. Now it explains all the internal workings, the internal parts, and the specs on it too as well. So this is just incredible, the amount of work and
Because then I think it teaches how to appreciate the craftsmanship, the history, the watch that much more, right?
yes.
So that's always, this is beautiful by itself, just the packaging and the box.
All right, drum roll here as we get ready to open. Ready? Oh, unlock it. Unlock it.
Unlock it.
That's right, Mr. Lock. Here we go.
Boom.
There it is. So which model is this one? I've never seen this model before. I know this is a very rare piece.
You know what's interesting? I have tried a lot of different Patek watches,
Yes,
and actually most of them don't look good on me.
right.
Either they are too small, or they are too thin,
Yes,
or the design is, because Patek's got such a history. I'm still relatively young. Some of the designs, they are maybe when I'm 55. It's just when I put on the watch,
it's a little bit more for silver hair.
silver hair, a little bit more mature. I just feel like that's not quite in me yet.
Right.
But when I saw this piece, you can see
It's very contemporary.
very contemporary.
And it can be used.
And
in
you know
multiple purposes.
the minute I see the blue, especially,
Yes.
how this kind of blue, it's a little bit similar to our brand color,
It is.
right?
It's got that royal feeling to it.
But really, if you think about the watch itself, it is not too. It doesn't scream at you.
Yes.
Like from a distance, you think, oh, just a kind of a regular watch.
Yeah.
But unless you look very, very, but you could see just from the face itself, right? You can see the details.
These days, the pop culture, you'll see like the
Diamonds.
big,
and-
giant, gaudy
Right,
looking watches,
This
right?
is very
Yeah.
elegant, very simple, very
Gentleman's, very gentleman's watch.
gentleman, right?
Yep.
And you can see the 1, 2, then it doesn't have the 3, right?
Yes.
4, and then 5, 6, 7, right? Then the 8 and 9 is missing,
That's right.
right? But what's very cool, I'll show you this. It's underneath the watch,
The clasp.
the clasps, right?
yep.
So you can see the classic Patek. That's the logo.
The insignia, yeah.
When you see this logo, then you know.
That's
like
right.
the people who are insiders, then they know, oh, that's a Patek, right?
That's right.
But what's really cool, it's inside the watch. I'll show it to you. This,
Yeah, the inner workings, right?
the inner workings of the watch. Then that's why I think I like this particular watch, right? I feel this, it describes me quite well. It looks simple, right?
But then
elegant
transparent.
on inside, but then inside, you don't. That's much more to it.
Well, only if you get to know you, then
And if
you get to see
then
the
you can see
inside.
insides, right?
That's right.
Right. There's a lot of depth. There's a lot
That's
of
the inner circle right there.
there's inner circle, right? So you can see,
Yep. Wow.
right?
So, I mean, Dan, when you purchased this watch, did you do it because what was the motivation behind it? You have many watches,
Yes.
right? Is it a status symbol? Is it a way to reward yourself? Is it what is it? Is it a wealth trigger? Because I know you love to surround
The
yourself
wealth
with
triggers,
wealth triggers.
yes.
Yep.
Well, I have so many watches. I don't think I need another wealth trigger. It's just I've always wanted to own a Patek, right? Because this is the best of the best.
Yes.
And I've got a lot of other watches, but I just couldn't find something I like. So when I found something, oh, this is nice. It speaks to me, right? I think whatever you buy, don't buy to impress others, or don't buy because of like social pressure or other people say you should. I see it on YouTube too, right? It's like you
Yes.
should buy this, Dan. You should own that. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Right? You buy what you want, right? Don't buy it because of other people want you to buy it.
That's right.
And it's just like I buy, if you've seen my other videos, unbox the Hot Toys collection, right?
Yes.
I'm not buying it for other people, I'm just buying it for me, right?
That's
so
right.
buy what makes you happy, because most people, I believe, they get into debt, they buy things that they don't like to impress people. They buy things they don't need to impress people they don't even like.
Yes.
Right? That is not a very smart way to go.
Oh, this reminds me of a very important point. When we were instructing the students within the high ticket closer community, one of the critical lessons that you taught about high ticket mindset was about making a vision board. And I know that several of the members put Patek Philippe and really, really outrageously expensive watches
Yes.
on their vision board. But the lesson that I took away from what you were coaching them was maybe at your level, don't put the Patek Philippe. It's not wrong to put it for the inspiration board, but for a vision board, they should actually maybe, if you only have a $500 watch, maybe put the $3,000 watch.
Go for the next watch. I mean, my very first kind of, you could say, luxury watch is Omega, which is only like 4K, whatever it might be, right?
Yeah.
Which is perfectly fine.
And for me, maybe, a Patek is not yet in the cards in the future, but something I'm going to go for is maybe a Cartier or
right?
a Rolex.
You got 10K, 12K watch. That's perfectly fine. And again, don't buy it because you feel like you need to show off. Just buy it because you like it. I think that's the most important thing, that you enjoy it. So comment below what watch, forget other people, forget social pressure, what watch you would like to own if money is no object.
That's right.
What would that watch be? Or what would that multiple watches be?
Patek Philippe, Frank Mueller, IWC, blah, blah, blah. The list goes on. Rolex.
What's the model? Comment below.